Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. You are hilarious, and I'm praying for you. Lord Jesus. And, of course, the amazing Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all are too much. And the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Listen, every now and then, instead of complaining about all that is wrong, tap into what God is up to. Use your faith to tap into what God is doing in the world around you. Tap into the will of God for your life. Tap into it, because there's more to life than what is happening to you right now. I know it's bad. I know it hurts. I know your heart has been broken. But listen, beyond what you're going through, there is a God who will come through. And here's what you do. You tap with your faith into what God is up to next. What does it mean? It simply means what the Bible says, and that is that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That is so powerful right there, because it lets me know that with my faith, I can tap into what I am believing God for, what I am hoping for, beyond the hell that I'm going through, beyond the pain and suffering I'm enduring. I'm tapping into the power of heaven to get me through the hell on earth. I'm tapping into a future that is better than I'm going through right now. I'm tapping into and believing God for the best is yet to come. And so I'm simply saying, y'all, this ain't no time to throw in the towel. This ain't no time to say, I can't take it anymore. You do all you can and tap into God doing what you can. That's what I'm trying to say. So go ahead, have yourself a blessed day, and let's tap into it. God bless you.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 19th. In the news today, Trump and Putin chopped it up for about 90 minutes yesterday, agreeing on a partial ceasefire focused on Ukraine's energy grid and a prisoner swap. But just hours later, Ukraine President Zelensky accused Russia of bombing hospitals and civilian sites. So much for peace talks. Carrillo High School in Long Beach is catching heat after a racist photo surfaced. Students were lined up in a school gym, their shirts spelling out a racial slur. Now the school and the district are both scrambling to apologize, but the damage is done and the backlash is real. 2 NASA astronauts are finally back on solid ground after an unexpected 9-month stay in space. Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore were supposed to come home way sooner, but issues with Boeing's Starliner spacecraft kept them stuck on the ISS. Their long overdue return finally happened yesterday in a SpaceX capsule, joined by another NASA astronaut and a Russian cosmonaut. But NASA and Boeing aren't throwing in the towel on Starliner just yet. Officials say they're still working on fixing that helium leak that made the capsule too risky to use. The plan is to resume testing this summer in New Mexico and then start flying astronauts to the ISS again. For more on these stories, go to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now it's time for sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. WNBA star Angel Reese and her Rose teammates just won the championship in the new professional unrivaled 3-on-3 hoop league. She also received a $50,000 bonus and took a jab at the WNBA on social media. She pretty much saying, listen, I'm on a rookie contract, and that $50K is a little more than my WNBA contract. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. There's a possibility that the WNBA could have a lockout if they can't get everything straight with getting paid more money. Now, in 2026...
They need to.
Yeah. The 2026 expect there to be a new collective bargaining agreement with all the players, so they're expected to get more money. but how much is the question? Are you going to give them just a little bit and say here, or are you going to give them what they deserve? So stay tuned for that, man. And the madness has already started in March. Take a listen to this right here.
Magic right here. Moncrief at the horn, and it is over in Dayton. Alabama State has won its first ever NCAA tournament game.
Boy,
I know
don't
you
do
hyped, dog.
this today, man.
Come on, dog.
Don't do this today.
Shout out to Alabama State Hornets, man. They beat St. Francis on the
Right
last
after my
second
son
shot.
graduate. God, dog.
Right after Malik graduate, man.
Man.
So they advanced to the field of 64. This was the first four. So this was, the field of 68. And these four teams play into the field of 64. So Alabama State, they got Auburn next. Auburn is the #1 overall seed in the entire
And
tournament.
that's funny. That's right down the street from Alabama State.
Right down the street, dog. So, hey, anything can happen, man. So shout out to head coach Tony Matlock, man. Big ups for Bama State out there. That's my quick sports report. Briggity Tat, she got the hot spot. That's coming up next, man, on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Kendrick Lamar fans have no idea about the amount of work that went into producing his record-breaking Super Bowl halftime show. Now, the NFL is revealing that for 3.5 months, the preparation created the moment that locked in 133.5 million viewers for 13 minutes and 21 seconds of must-see TV. Now, the league has released a 32-minute documentary showing the ins and outs of putting it together, and it was definitely a full mini concert. It includes everything from 400 dancers to 500 people in the crew that built all the elements of the show, the stage design, and the behind-the-scenes footage of K-Dot rehearsing. This documentary, y'all, is available on YouTube, so check it out. I'm sure it is good because he is very intricate, and his lyrics, they go so much deeper than what you think they say. Meanwhile, guess who got married? Reports are saying that Jonathan Majors and Megan Good have tied the knot. Yes, the couple reportedly said "I do" on Tuesday, which is 4 months after announcing their engagement news to the world. It seems that he had been manifesting this as he was calling her his wife before they made it official. Check this out.
I remember her telling me I'd never been this happy before. She's just my girl, man. She's just my best friend. My wife. My fiance.
Oh, nice.
That's how you manifest it. And if she ain't never been that happy before, that means she wasn't happy with them other people.
I don't like that.
No shade, Gary.
No, I don't like that, honey.
Why you don't like that? The other man is getting married now or married, so people move on.
But Jonathan, honey, he ain't done. He heard him that married Megan, honey, because all this publicity coming out again on him. So he said, let me marry her. And she just is crazy to marry him because all the stuff that he's going through. We just going to be friends for right now. And we're going to get this together later, honey. But
and you would have said that would have been a no for you?
That would have been a no for me and all that about, I ain't never been so happy in my life. How the pastor feel?
It don't matter how he feel. They ain't together no more. Obviously, he wasn't that happy either. Yeah. Maybe he happier now in his life than he ever been.
But he ain't never said that.
Yep. His platform ain't as big as hers.
Oh.
She's kind of a bigger star than the pastor, unfortunately. Oh. And a lot of people didn't know him until he got with her.
Oprah knew him.
Myself didn't know him. So.
You didn't know pastor?
No, I know.
Nobody knew him.
And he said he said he ain't a pastor. He said he is not a pastor or a bishop.
What is he speak at churches, though.
Yeah, right.
Well, we got to pray.
All right. Well, it was a small private wedding held in a Los Angeles home. It was cute. They got married at home. They allegedly did it in front of their mothers. Major's mother, who was the pastor, was the officiant, and Good's mother was the witness. It was only 4 family members that were present at this ceremony. Now, that's private there.
That's very private, honey. They don't want nobody to know.
They ain't want nobody in their business. I'm not mad at them for that. Everybody else in their business about everything else, so they kept this to themselves. And congratulations to them, Gary. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU. Know who we repping today, Rock T?
Man, we're going to holler at Tuskegee University, man.
Hey.
HBCU,
you know.
It's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I know. Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU.
You know. Hey, what up, mine? Rock Teasy for Sheezy in the building this time for another HBC. You know. We're going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. Oh, we're going to shout out to Tuskegee University today. Founded in 1881. Home of them Golden Tigers. Shout out to the Marching Crimson Piper Marching Band, baby. Let's talk about one of y'all's former students, Miss Alice Marie Coachman. She enrolled at Tuskegee at the age of 16 after being offered a scholarship and graduated with a degree in dressmaking in 1946. Then she continued her studies at Albany State University. She's the first black woman to win an Olympic gold medal, was a two-time HBCU graduate. As an amateur, Coachman broke the college and national high jump record while competing barefoot. Let's go. She's an honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, inducted into the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame and the USA Track and Field Hall of Fame. Miss Alice Marie Coachman, another proud HBCU alum of Tuskegee University and Albany State University. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want to share your HBCU story, follow us on Instagram and shoot us a DM at HBCU Know.
There it is. I appreciate that, right here.
Good morning, Ricky. Now, it may seem inappropriate to pass gas in public, which is something I just did not too long ago, or when people are nearby. But did you know that holding it in could be far worse? Let me say that again. Did you know that holding it in could be far worse? Now, here are 6 reasons that you should never, ever hold gas in. Mouth gas. That's when you hold it in and gas can reabsorb into your bloodstream, causing you to breathe in and out. Mouth gas is said to be odorless, but it's still gross. Number 2, bloating. And who likes to feel bloated? Cramping. Holding it in too long causes inflammation in your gut, which can lead to cramping. Heartburn. Indigestion can lead into higher issues higher up, like heartburn. Diverticulitis. Oh, that was a good word for you, Gary. And that's when the air pockets in your digestive tract cause inflammation as well, and that could also be painful. So the moral of the story of today is, let them fly.
But you know what? As a child, my mama used to always tell us, I'd rather break wind and go shame than bust a gut and go lame.
And better in than out.
Now, there you go.
Yeah, but my thing is get up and go to the restroom and turn the fan on.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thank you.
Sometimes they creep up on you. No.
We call it a courtesy walk.
Well, but if you really got to do it, when you courtesy walk, it's going to come out. So you might as well sit right there and let her rip.
But it's better to crop dust somebody.
Yeah, that's good that you're at least on your way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, because they walk past gas, leave a trail.
Yeah, it's called crop dusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay, well, just sit on it. Just sit on the counter and open up your legs and spread your legs and pull your butt cheeks apart and just fart, Brett.
Yeah,
that's what you want to do.
That's what I'm
Is that
talking
what
about.
you want? That
Especially
make you
Gary
happy.
over here who wear a thong and let the thong block the little hole where it come out of. You got to get somewhere and pull it to the side, baby. Yeah, you got to let them things rip.
Gary ain't got to do all that. The muscles gone.
Yes, sir. Gary sound a little bit different than everybody else. Rick, how you sound?
All right.
I'm tired of work. I gotta get rich. I'm sick and tired of coming up to this bitch. I'm tired of work. I gotta get rich. I'm sick and tired of coming up to this bitch. I'm sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of working, sick of working, tired of coming in early and going home late. A 8-hour shift with a 30-minute break. I was glad for the first day, can't wait for the last. I be pissed off, I'm about to whoop some ass.
Okay.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the tea. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Get ready.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Vanessa Bryan, baby, she takes daughters to friends and family, y'all, ski trip with Paul Gasol. All right, now they're saying that Kobe Bryant's family and Paul Gasol's family just took their friendship to new heights. Now, Miss Vanessa and Natalia Bryant joined Gasol, his beautiful wife, Catherine McDonald, and their kids, y'all, for a fun-filled ski trip, proving y'all once again that their bond is stronger than ever. Now,
Real friend.
The Bryants and the Gasols, y'all, have been inseparable since Kobe and Gianna Bryant's passing, y'all, back in 2020. Now, they've exchanged heartfelt birthday messages, sent each other thoughtful gifts. Vanessa's Christmas presents were next level, baby. They said Gasol even made sure Vanessa felt the love on Valentine's Day. Now, they're making new memories, y'all, together on the slopes. Now, they're saying Vanessa shared a sweet group photo on Instagram of both families bundled up and smiling, capturing the kind of warmth that goes beyond just winter gear. Now, they're saying, y'all, the kids got to hang out and the parents got to chill or maybe chase the kids down the mountain, y'all, and it was all good vibes.
Why you read that like a Christmas story?
Let me tell y'all something, honey. I don't care what nobody say, honey. Ricky, and I don't care what you say. Friends, yes, it's friends, but that's too much. It's too much.
It's not.
That's too much.
I go on vacation with my friends. It's not. I go, especially
Gary.
skiing.
No.
And they have kids together.
Yeah,
Their kids
same
play.
age.
Yeah.
Y'all missing the point. Now Kobe and Paul Gasol, they may have been friends, but they wasn't that doggone much friends. We didn't hear that much about them at one point.
They were real close, dog.
But we didn't hear that much about them families going on trips and all that stuff together. That woman needs to leave that man alone. He got a wife, and the damn wife sitting there like she crazy, like she paralyzed, and just letting Vanessa. That's too much.
No,
She probably have the same bond. Yes, have the same bond with Vanessa as he. Vanessa have to have somebody that's connected to Kobe Bryant, somebody that had a relationship with Kobe Bryant.
I be damn, Rick. Did you hear what you just said? Somebody that needs to be connected to Kobe Bryant will connect with his damn mama and his sister that you didn't connect with. How about them?
Because they didn't connect with him, he didn't connect with them, so she's connecting to
They didn't have
somebody
a
that
good-
he
Right.
loves.
No. Those children had grandparents. She should connect with that bomb. That man,
Gary, you
their
can't
grandfather
get in
died
that.
damn, and they probably couldn't even talk to his kids. You connect with the
You
blood
can't
if that's
get
the
in
case.
that, Gary. The parents and Kobe didn't have a great relationship.
Well, that don't matter. Well,
and
you
Vanessa
shouldn't do
knows
it.
that she was going through everything that Kobe went through with his parents. So whatever Kobe believe in, that's what she is standing on.
Well, she shouldn't stand on that. She
Yes,
should have
she
better damn
should.
sense. If she's a Christian woman, she should know that that's those kids' grandparents. I'm sorry, I don't like their relationship, honey. Paul Gasol and this girl alleged is just too much. They always putting them two out in the media and stuff. That's too much.
Because they the two famous people in the family, Gary. The families go on trips together. They've been friends. They've been doing that. And you don't hear about it just because Kobe was still here. You ain't never hear about Kobe going on trips with everybody else, but he did with his friends.
I don't care what y'all say.
All right.
That's just too much. That's too much for
Trust
me,
us.
honey.
Just trust us on this one,
I'm not
Gary.
trusting y'all,
Trust
honey,
us.
because that's a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman, and she's lonely.
Who is a
Everybody that's
heterosexual wife?
man, that don't mean everybody sleeping together because everybody heterosexual.
Yeah, but still, honey, when you lonely and you got this man, and this is close to my husband, so to speak, and he could just console her. I'm sorry. It has happened too many times.
So, Gary, you saying that a year from now they're going to be announcing that they get married?
Exactly. Or they just going to keep it damn quiet because they got enough money to know how to keep it quiet, and his wife probably just anesthetized that she going to just stay there, honey.
What?
Just like, well,
Anesthetized?
anesthetized. Yeah, she just stiff. She just don't know what to do and just want to keep her husband.
What do anesthetize
An
mean?
anesthetist mean when they put you to sleep, honey. She just sleep.
No, Gary.
Well, anyway. Well, I'm sorry. That's just me.
You just going to go against the whole morning show this morning, huh?
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Moving on. In another celebrity news, y'all, hear this one. Deshaun Watson, y'all heard the exciting news, honey. Deshaun dropped $2.5 million on his engagement ring, honey, for Miss Jilly Anagis, y'all. Now, they're saying, honey, he proposed to his longtime girlfriend with a custom diamond ring with more than, listen to this, Brad, y'all, 20 carats worth up to $2.5 million. Now, they're saying that the Browns quarterback who signed a fully guaranteed 5-year, $230 million contract with the Cleveland in 2022 worked, honey, for 7 months to design that diamond ring. Now, a lot of people saying you worked 7 months to design that diamond ring. Well, how many months you work with all them damn massage therapists that they didn't caught you with and charge you with and stuff, honey? And now you're gonna marry this alleged singer, influencer, and cookbook author. And when they announced their engagement on Instagram the other day. Now, here it is. They're saying, y'all, that the ring features 18-karat white gold, and it is a type AA by GIA, which is recognized as the purest, here it is, y'all, the purest chemical diamond in the world, according to Ahmed. They're saying it also includes color of D, E, F, and clarity of IF to VVS. To those that don't know what VVS is, that's very, very slight, which means that diamond has no imperfections. Now, they're saying at the heart of this exquisite piece lies a premium D center diamond renowned for its perfect cut and exceptional color and flawless clarity. And, they said, honey, who crafted a nice ring, honey, they did this ring out in Germany. So, tell you, what's that special?
I'm glad you explained what VVS means. I never knew, because my diamonds are MOM.
We don't.
M-O-M.
Yeah, we don't none of
Middle
them.
of the
mall.
Oh.
None of that.
And they also hear this now, Ricky. They said this diamond engagement ring is not just a piece of jewelry. It is a declaration of commitment, a celebration of craftsmanship, and a mark of prestige.
Now
they said
$2.5 million.
Yeah, but Ricky, that's cheap though. That's not. I mean,
Please.
That woman, what that woman had to endure.
Mine cost $80, and they look lovely.
It's got sparks shooting out the ass for $2.5 million.
That woman endured this man publicly humiliating her, honey, going through all these alleged massage therapies. Even though he did get off, he wasn't charged or anything like that. She had to face that, so she deserved more than that. And I ain't mad at her, honey, if she marry him and stay for a while, and, see what happens from there.
I wonder if she's a masseuse.
Okay.
Well, they said she's a cookbook author, and she's an influencer. So now whatever she influences, I don't know, but honey, she's an influencer.
She got $2.something million ring on her hand. That's a lot of money for a damn ring.
Yeah,
I ain't able to do it. I ain't able.
Ricky, the old folks say never say never. But if you love them,
I
Ricky,
had it, I ain't able to. Not for a ring. Man, ain't no way.
It's supposed to be a certain percentage of what you make. So if you made $200 million. I think it's supposed to be, 25% or something?
Yeah.
Or is it 10? I forget. But so that's a percentage of what he makes.
Yeah,
because guess what? You wear that ring for the rest of your life.
Anyway.
Take our taxes. That's with or without taxes?
Yeah, that's half.
Oh, no.
Taxes half.
Right.
Gone.
Well, we've seen some of the rings on this show.
Oh.
But anyway, the color today is one of my favorite. My color today is...
you better specify who you talking about.
Probably me.
Rum raisin on the hand, you say rum raisin. On the lunch, you say brown purple. That's your color today.
You better specify who you talking about.
It's
Because
me.
this VVS is over here all day, boo.
Yeah. No, Brett, not Brad.
Thank you.
Nice.
Go to commercial, Ricky.
Man, I done slobbed on my shirt. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got the wake-up call. Get them at 866-9-RICKEY. Here we go.
Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because he woke you up this morning. Slid you in your house shoes. Go with me better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know what you calling from. So come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Bam from Louisville, Kentucky, and I'd like to wake up Renee and Jocelyn from Norton's and Kirk and Boo and all my homies at IMA. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Darren calling from Houston, Texas. I'd like to send a shout out to my HISD family at Westside High School. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. My name is Madison Lee, and I'm calling from Humboldt, Tennessee. And I want to wake up every single Humboldt Viking because we are on day one of becoming state champions. Wake up.
Hey, congratulations.
When you at Richmond, wake up. And Little Rock, wake up. Hey, Tulsa, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Flint, wake up. In Toledo, wake up. Des Moines, wake up. Let's wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, everybody, it's Hump Day, and there's so much going on in the news this week. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen. All right, y'all, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. It is about that time for the good, the bad, and the what the hell Wednesday. So we're going to start it off with some good news this morning with the one and only Alfreda's. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, in good news, Ricky, researchers have found that playing with a dog for just 15 minutes a day can significantly reduce a person's stress. Now, stressed students who interacted with a friendly dog reported less stress, had a reduced heart rate, and had lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol in their saliva. Even just brief interactions with dogs can significantly reduce stress levels among students.
I just always wanted to ask this. Gary, have you ever thought about getting a dog?
I wanted to get him one. He don't want one.
No, I don't want
Just get it.
Ricky.
Gary, can I talk to you for a minute on the radio? Can I talk to you live
Yes,
on the radio?
go ahead. Now I'm going to tell you.
From my heart. Gary, just keep the dog for a week. Just try it, just 1 week, Gary.
But Ricky, do you know
and we'll
the
get
new
you a girl dog, a poodle.
Yeah. Oh, so
dogs
cute.
are not the same. I see my neighbors in the morning when I'm on my way to work. I'm not about to walk no damn dog and pick up his poop in no garbage bag and throw it away. That's ridiculous.
You get a dog walker. You get somebody to do that for you.
Gary,
no,
please.
No, I'm not getting no dog.
Gary,
and
we'll get you a bougie ass poodle. One of them.
Pretty poodle.
Gary, you would love
With
it.
a little pink
Love
bow.
it, Gary.
No,
You
but I
could
always
get a Louis
did.
Vuitton collar.
That's what I thought about a nice Louis Vuitton little case.
And then they dye their hair pink and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Gary. If we got you a poodle, would you at least try it out for a week, see if you like the dog?
Well, a week, yeah, and I'll do a week.
But you got to be nice to the dog,
right?
But can it stay in the cage?
Oh my God!
Hell, it can't stay in the cage. It can't come out.
Gary, it's not gonna walk
Ain't
around
no
and do
room
nothing.
for it in his house.
It ain't gonna walk around and do. It ain't gonna do nothing but lay down on the floor or run to the window. It's gonna bark every time somebody comes to the door.
Well,
Gary, you
that'd be
would love
cute.
it. You would love it.
I mean, I think I would love it because it would be a companion because I do need
Yes.
the companionship.
It's
Yeah.
good company.
Yeah, I
We gotta
do
get
need
you a
that.
teacup. A teacup version of it, whatever breed we get you. A little
So
small
cute.
miniature one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll think about it for my
Think
birthday.
about that. All right, let's check in with Brett with the bad news. What you got?
All right, maybe we need to ask Dr. Collier about this, y'all. But as more women are using pop-on nails to save money, they're making one big mistake. Confusing the glue for eye drops. Oh my God. Apparently, it's becoming pretty common, y'all. A TikToker named Breezy Bree recently posted a video from the ER after she tried to use some eye drops and grabbed the dang on fingernail glue instead. Well, there's a brand called Kiss, and it sells nail glue in the same type of bottle as the eye drops come in. But it dries in seconds. Healthcare workers say it's become a real issue, and they're seeing more and more people who accidentally glue their eyes shut. One doctor called it relatively common. That's crazy.
I call it relatively
Your ass blind until they get it out.
Yeah, you better pay attention to what you grab.
Exactly.
Yeah. Problem is they getting the eye drops apparently need the eye drops because they can't see what they're grabbing.
Right.
I mean, there's that.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine gluing your eyes shut though?
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, it's like that's how your eyes be glued shut when you have a real bad cold.
Oh, that matter gets stuck together.
Yes, sir. You wake up with sand, be feeling like sand in your eyes.
Yes, Lord.
Be having a series of eye boogers. All right, then Special K, you got the what the hell news. It gets worse.
Okay, so a Pennsylvania man was going through security at a New Jersey airport, and it was found to have a live turtle concealed in his pants, according to the TSA. The turtle was detected after a body scanner alarm went off at Newark Liberty International Airport. A TSA officer then conducted a pat-down on the man and determined that there was something concealed in the groin area of his pants. Yeah, you think? When questioned further, the man reached into his pants and pulled out the turtle, which is about 5 inches long and wrapped in a small blue towel. He said it was a red ear slider turtle, a species that is popular as a pet. That's right. Now, the man whose name was not released was escorted from the area by the Port Authority police, ended up missing his flight. The turtle was confiscated, and it's not clear if the turtle was the man's pet or why he had it in his pants.
What the
Or
hell?
what if you pull up on a chick and say, baby, I got that turtle.
Do they snap? Because you don't want it snapping down there.
You definitely don't want to snap it down.
When they snap, they don't let go.
Maybe the turtle was sleepy. Maybe gave him some Benadryl before he stuck him down there so he would
Pull up, you grabbing your pants. I got that turtle. All right, let's go to the phone, and I'll see what your boy. Oh God, let's on.
Hey, I had to keep disappointing you, but I want to say I truly apologize for not being there this morning.
Apologize for what?
No, sorry. I apologize. 'Cause I know I told you I was gonna be there, but then I tried to text you last night, but you keep signing your phone number. I tried to text you and tell you I probably was gonna be late this morning.
You and Big Chris be calling people in the middle of the night.
Sorry, listen. I didn't know I was not gonna be able to come on time until last night, Shawty, because I got to take. Look, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I got to take my uncle to his appointment because he's pregnant. No,
your uncle is pregnant. How?
Yes, he pregnant. Because he used to, okay, Shawty, I'm trying to be respectful. He used to be my auntie. He used to be my auntie.
okay.
He used to be my he my auntie now because he used to be my uncle, but he used to be Charles. Now he Cassandra. But I got to be respectful, Shawty, and call him what he is right now, because now but before he switched over, he got pregnant. He didn't know he was pregnant, but now he 3 months pregnant. But he just switched over 3 months ago. So now I got to take my uncle, who is now my auntie, to the OB-GYN.
OB-GYN.
Yeah, because he pregnant. But he's still my uncle. He is my uncle.
Right. So
but he is my auntie now.
She your auntie that became your uncle.
Yeah. No, he was my uncle first. He was my uncle.
No. The only way you're going to get pregnant, you're going to have to start out as an aunt. Then she became an uncle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He was my auntie, but now he is my uncle now, because now he is Charles. But he was Cassandra. He was Cassandra when he got pregnant, but now he Charles.
So wait a minute. Cassandra got pregnant and then became Charles.
Then he became Charles, but we didn't sit in the in the office, and he got on some jeans and some Timberland boots, but he 3 months pregnant.
Right. He got a full beard now.
Yeah, he do got a beard. He trimmed it down, though. It ain't big like it was. He trimmed it down. But he is pregnant. And we just praying for everything. We just want everybody to pray that we have a healthy little nephew.
So who is Cassandra / Charles pregnant by?
Daryl.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he stayed down the street from my grandmama. We always knew that was.
Cassandra got pregnant by Daryl.
Yeah.
And then Cassandra became Charles. So now Daryl and Charles finna have a baby.
So now Daryl upset because now he don't want to be gay, but now he got to be gay because
of Charles.
Because his baby mama got a beard.
Yeah, because baby mama named Charles.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby mama that has become the baby daddy named Charles.
Yeah, so the whole point is I'll be there when we get through with the doctor appointment, because I think he got to get some shots, some prenatal shot for the baby, and then I'm gonna take him to the barbershop to get his beard trimmed up.
Bobby Tony.
Appreciate you talking about my mama, and I really do like your mama. I just saw at Home Depot. Her teeth are so crooked. She got a job making keys, but that's a whole different story. Okay, that's a whole different story. You ain't gonna dish me in front of all these people here. Okay,
George Wallace, your mom's so ugly. She went to the 100th house and they gave her an application.
You ain't supposed to be doing no true stuff, okay? You ain't supposed to be doing no true stuff, okay? Okay. Rickey Smiley mama so fat she got a real horse on her polo shirt. She's so fat when she gets on the elevator. Oh, it's going down. Rickey Smiley mama so fat when she go to the beach we can't see the ocean.
Gary, you was working down at the hospital.
Yeah.
When George Wallace's mama came down there to get a checkup.
Yeah.
And the first thing they do is take your blood pressure, and they had to weigh her.
Uh-huh.
And she got on the scale, and the scale said, 1 at a time, please.
Rock,
You said you got a
your mama teeth so cricket she got a job making keys. Stop the music. Wait. Don't go too fast. Wait a minute.
You said your mama's so fat she got a real horse on his shirt. The polo shirt is a real horse.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why your mama teeth so crooked she got a job making keys? He texted me last night, man. I can't stand George Wallace.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, we all know, y'all, that we recently lost, y'all. The wonderful, talented Angie Stone, honey. And Tyler Perry recently spoke at a funeral. He spoke very eloquently at the funeral, and people were raving his eulogy. Well, Monique she heard the eulogy, and she said, some things that people were kind of like, well, really, girl? But here's what Tyler Perry had to say first.
She said, what do you do when you're through? When you're always helping people and nobody is there for you? Y'all got to forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. There's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap.
Yeah, that was Tyler speaking at Angie Stone's funeral. Well, Monique, she did an open letter to Mr. Perry, and she said some things that people are like, well, Monique, I guess that's your opinion. That's comedian Monique. She said, dear Ed Tyler Perry, this is a legend. I'm saying a legend with this. She said, I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral where you expressed frustrations over her mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me and my husband, Sidney, as poignant, but also made us reflect on how unsettling discrepancies in your actions toward me. She said, you expressed anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you labeled me difficult at work to work with, despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same on me? We have audio of you admitting you were wrong. Then she said, you asked, where's the money she's owed? Well, where's my public apology that you promised in 2016? The false narrative you perpetuated helped blackball me, costing me tens of millions. Where's the restitution for that? Then number 3, she said, you mentioned being tired of us not receiving the profits or the benefits we deserve. Yet you asked me to promote Precious for free without a contract or compensation, it went on and on and on. Then she said, you said that we should be careful in how we treat children of God. As a man of faith, where is your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it's yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightly criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be held accountable too? And in closing, she said, I hope your words at Angie's funeral inspire you to correct the wrongs done to my family and me. You have the power to do so. As you've shared biblical teachings, please remember, what will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? And that's Mark 8:36. Wait for a response. Monique and Sydney.
What are your thoughts on that, Gary?
Oh, Jesus, Lord. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to think about it. I mean, because it's a sad situation. I thought all this was over. I could have sworn everybody had made friends. I thought everybody had talked about it and, and went on and moved life and stuff. And, it's interesting, though, too, how people at a funeral, I watched the funeral and was doing documentation of, some of the things that was said from, Mr. Perry. But it's a sad situation, and I'm just going to be in prayer for all parties and stuff. What y'all think, honey?
I
Ricky?
understand the point. I don't know. I thought that our whole situation had already been litigated in the public, and just the timing of it, because I think it takes the focus off of what happened to Angie Stone and stuff. And my focus, and I just wanted to be about the memory of Angie Stone and what happened to her. I'm not getting into the Monique and Tyler Perry, whatever they went through. That has already been talked about and litigated or whatever. But I just it takes the focus off of trying to get Angie Stone's family and her kids to get the rights to whatever's owed to them. And I think if me personally, everybody think different. I think I would have did that or said that in private, or I would have waited. Because Angie Stone was just buried, and I just think it just take the focus off of her. What do y'all think? What are y'all thoughts?
I agree with you. I just feel like whatever he went through with Monique and the whole Oprah thing and all of that was 2016. And I mean, I just thought it was all over too. And if she's still hurting by it, I don't know what else they are supposed to do. And I agree with you, this is about Angie Stone, and he spoke about it because he didn't know all of this was going on, and he wants to be helpful to her and her family. And the record company owed her a lot of money, so this is what the focus is now. He was speaking on Angie Stone at Angie Stone's funeral, I think this is bigger than an apology and all of that. I hope that him and Monique can talk or whatever the case may be. But this, I think it's bad timing. I agree to.
I'm just not sure if they could talk, because if they start having conversations and then
it's not going to be
start
private.
Recording.
Yeah, it's not going to be private.
The conversation. I don't think anything will ever get resolved with that, which we hope that it get resolved. We wish the best.
I thought they tried to already, right?
Yeah.
We all thought this was done.
Yeah. But the thing is, too, though, I think it needs to be healing. They need to seek therapy, because it's evidently some healing that's not there.
Sometimes you can't heal with certain people.
That's right. You don't always get to talk to the people who wronged you. You just got to let it go.
Yeah.
Really?
Get
therapy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to keep it moving. Sometimes you got to keep it moving.
But I thought you got to rectify. You got to heal, because my thing is that
you got to heal. Yeah, with your mama or your daddy or maybe your brother. But anybody outside of that or whatever, some people are just not meant to be in your life.
Yeah,
what's
that's
going to
true.
change once if he apologizes or whatever she wants from him? What's going to change? Like, what's going to change? Is
anything that happens is going to turn into some mess. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Sometimes,
wants that.
Yeah, people just want to see some resolution without the resolution becoming messy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they could sit down and have a private conversation if it's really going to be private. But when people get the recording conversations where people are trying to resolve, that ain't the way I would operate. But I don't want nobody attacking me, because I'm just giving my opinion on what I would do if it was me. I'm not judging, Monique or anybody. I just don't want the focus taken off of Angie Stone.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be in prayer and pray for all parts, and there's healing in the name. The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is rum raisin. On the high end, you say rum raisin, and on the low end, you say beautiful purplish brown. That's your color for today.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the tip.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Every Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier is back to help you keep your health on track. Dr. Collier, good morning. Happy to have you.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Talking about that tooth that comes out in everybody in their 30s. That's pretty good. Good morning, Ricky Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, Alfreda, and Brett. Thank you so much again for the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, Ricky, today we're going to talk about a newly described dual pandemic. This pandemic is of diabetes and obesity that affects 3 out of 5 people. So what's causing this dual pandemic, Ricky? 38 million people have diabetes, with the largest portion of them being type 2. The prevalence of diabetes in the United States has increased since the 1970s, with rates tripling between 1990 and 2010. So in the past 30 years, we've seen changes in ways to treat these disease states. Particularly, we had medications that were effective in controlling your blood sugars, including insulins. But the problem was a lot of those therapies, particularly insulin, would enhance your ability to gain weight and make you gain weight and enhance the obesity pandemic. So now we got new therapies, and the struggle, we can counterbalance these things. Those are SGLT2 class drugs. You hear about them all the time. The 2 most popular are Jardiance and Farxiga. SGLT2s make you urinate out extra sugar. And what you do with that sugar, you also urinate out the calories associated with that sugar. And so they make you lose weight passively. So they are very effective in addition to controlling your blood sugar, but they also help lower your risk for cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, and strokes. This is a major improvement in the traditional ways we have used to treat diabetes. And then everybody's favorite new drugs, the GLP-1s, that's the Ozempic and Mounjaro. Everybody knows about these disease state drugs and the major benefit, which is weight loss. But they are also, and people oftentimes forget this, very effective in controlling your blood sugar and lowering your hemoglobin A1C. So when you have those disease states, obesity and diabetes, you can control them much better. You can get a great outcome from treating them. And part of this problem is that, Ricky, we are really hooked on ultra-processed foods. So starting in the 1950s, when they first developed TV dinners, they started tweaking food and adding the amount of sugar and salt that just made they gave food a wow factor. And people become literally addicted to it now. And so they chasing levels of satisfaction in that. We call that food noise. That's a new term, food noise, that keeps you craving food and keeps you eating long after you actually have felt full. But it's just because it tastes so good to you and your body just adjusts to it. So when we take those two things, the SGLT2 inhibitors and the GLP-1s, and combine them with what's now called continuous glucose monitoring, or CGM, that combination of three things not only reduces your weight, controls your blood sugar, lowers your A1C, prolongs life, but takes away risk factors that are associated with diabetes, like heart attacks and strokes, amputations, all of those issues. So if you have and have been diagnosed with diabetes, or if you're just overweight and you are not on that 3-drug combination, then you're being undertreated. And guess what, Ricky? Less than 10% of people that are eligible for that treatment protocol are actually getting it. So many people are still getting old school medications that they are just not having the best outcomes from their diabetes that they could. So there you have it, Ricky.
Yeah, all right, let's go to the phone. Y'all with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
My question is, every time I eat, I immediately have a bowel movement. What is the cause of this?
Okay, oftentimes that is dysfunction of the gut, particularly the gallbladder. And if you're eating foods that are difficult to digest or have a high colloidal effect, and that would be fried foods, fatty foods, greasy foods, those sorts of things that are difficult to digest, your body almost literally rejects them. One of the things that you would greatly benefit from would be adding probiotics to your diet. You put good bacteria in there, and then avoiding greasy, fatty, fried foods. So your caveat is, if it swims, you can eat it. If it flies, you can eat it. Your preferred method of food preparation is baked or broiled, not fried, and add a good probiotic. You can go to the website, lipodrops.com, get out Lipobiotics, and that will change your life.
Man, them probiotics, man, had me leaving church looking like I just slid into first base. Let's go to the next call.
When we were talking about, I heard the conversation earlier this morning about passing gas and holding it in the problems with that. When you have the probiotics in there, one, you don't have as much gas, so you're less prone to that. But more importantly, if you do, it's more fragrant, and so it's not so foul that it runs everybody out of the room.
My God, Dr. Collier, let's go to the next call. Y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
I woke up this morning, and the bottom of the bed of my tongue is swollen. What does that mean?
That means you probably bit it overnight. That's usually customary, but there are viral infections that can do that as well. So I would brush your teeth very good and brush your tongue with your toothbrush, and then gargle with a 50-50 solution of warm water and peroxide, or almost any non-alcohol mouthwash will give you some benefit. If it has not resolved itself in 24, 48 hours, then, there are other things we need to check for, including infectious diseases.
Oh, I'm glad you answered that one.
I know you went to it.
My mind ain't right. You on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Hey, my question is, my mom has been back and forth to the hospital maybe 2 to 3 times already in the past month, and she's been having signs and symptoms of high blood pressure, like 190 over 100. And with their signs and symptoms, she has slurred speech, dizziness, and memory. But the doctors can't find anything, and they're saying TIA. So what can we do more to invest in what's going on?
Okay, well, you have a diagnosis to high blood pressure, so we definitely need to control that. So she's going back and forth. I'm sure they're giving her follow-up with a primary care doctor, a family physician, or an internist, even a cardiologist who can control her blood pressure. Then she also needs to be seen by a neurologist. A TIA, by definition, is a transient ischemic event. That is a stroke, basically. The only difference between that and a full stroke is that you get over it. So it's transient. It goes away. But that's a key indicator. If you have TIAs, that you are trying to have a stroke. So she needs to be evaluated to make sure she doesn't have any heart problems like atrial fibrillation or, coronary artery blockages from high cholesterol. She needs a comprehensive physical examination. And she also needs to do something about inflammation. She obviously has inflammation in the body. So a vitamin D at 5,000 international units per day and omega-3 fish oil would assist with that. But the primary treatment is getting that blood pressure under control.
Yeah, somebody had called here and was inquiring about one of my uncles. One of his legs shorter than the other one, and was wondering how he stay in such good shape. I told them, replied that he jogs on the curve. Let's go. We'll be taking more of your phone calls up next with Dr. MJ. Call it 866-9 Ricky 866-9.
When you jog on the curve, you can only go one direction.
When you go across the street to come back,
you can't do it.
You can go across the street. Go across the street. All right, more phone calls with Dr. Collier up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we're still taking your phone calls. The phone lines are still open. Hit us up at 866-9 Ricky. Let's go to the phones now with the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. My question is, when I eat regular meals, I always end up with this really full feeling, and then like the indigestion comes. And I was wondering, is that something that, other than taking an antacid, that can be addressed? Is it something that eventually will pass with time? Should I even be worried about it?
Yes, you should be concerned about it because it's outside of normal. Now, one, embrace the feeling of fullness when you feel full. You might need to take something that will treat gastroesophageal reflux, and that would be a proton pump inhibitor like Pepcid AC, or that's an H2 blocker, or a proton pump inhibitor like Nexium, to see if that gives you some systematic relief. But also sounds like that you really would benefit from taking some probiotics to change the bacteria flora in your gut and improve your digestion. If those over-the-counter treatment options do not give you relief, then you need to have a full evaluation by your healthcare provider.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing because I feel like I can't lay down at night because I feel like a bubble that's in the middle of my chest, and I have to burp, and I can't get comfortable. And I started taking this medication that was prescribed to me a long time ago to give me some relief from it, to get that air. Now I used to couldn't take a deep breath for like the past 2 weeks. Can't take a deep breath, feel like your body just like you can't take a deep breath. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. As we age, Ricky, our gut does slow down a little bit, and when that happens, it takes longer for your food to digest. So you have to adjust. One, you should not eat anything within 3 hours of lying down or going to bed, and that is the biggest problem that we have now. It's very usual, not unusual, but usual for us to start watching television, eating while we're doing that, and then going to sleep within 30 minutes to an hour. And you're literally just laying down on a full belly, and your stomach is full of food, and that's the part of the digestion process and the creation of gas. So you will get that uncomfortable, unpleasant feeling. So one of the things, you remain upright for at least 3 hours after eating your final meal, and don't eat or snack on anything else before then, and that will be life-changing as we speak.
Okay. All right, Joe and Dr. Collier, good morning.
I've just been diagnosed with diabetes type 2, and I have different readings early in the morning, and I was wondering, is that normal?
Well, it's consistent with the disease state of diabetes, and we're not as controlled. We need to make sure that we're getting state-of-the-art therapy, and that would be the SGLT2 inhibitors like Jardiance or Farxiga, and then possibly a GLP-1 like Mounjaro or Ozempic. Those two things, and then a continuous glucose monitor would let you know how different foods affect your blood sugar. Oftentimes people think they know what makes their sugar go up, and you don't know. And things that you think are totally benign make your sugar go too high or too low. So that 3 treatment option is required. I mean, it's state-of-the-art. It's what's recommended by all the medical facilities in optimal control of your diabetes state. So make sure that you be your own advocate and request that you be treated in that manner.
There it is. Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Ricky, I can be reached on all social media at AskDrMJ. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. MJ, for the live and interactive program where you can ask your healthcare question. We also have hundreds of videos on various healthcare topics. Don't believe me? Just watch. And go to my official website, lifodrops.com, where you'll find information on various supplements to optimize your health and immune status. Follow me again at Ask Dr. MJ on all social media platforms. And remember, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, Super Dave, or his production crew. Stick stay. Don't you dare go away. You're listening to Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Fix it, Jesus. Oh, fix it, Jesus.
It's time for Fix It Jesus with the one and only comedian extraordinary Rita Brent, graduate of Jackson State University, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Rita Brent, what up?
Good morning. Good morning. God is good all the time.
All the time.
God is good. All right. So, Ricky, I've been on edge a little bit. Let me be honest. I've been on edge ever since they've been doing the DEI stuff. I started researching churches that I can go to out of the country, just in case they try to get rid of the black church here in America. Okay. So I was on TikTok and I came across this church in Jamaica, and this is one of their soloists named Gary, and I want you to take a listen at this.
All right. Praise the Lord. We have Gary, Mother Green's son, and he said he would like to sing a song, and it's about love.
All right. Good, saying. Mia, not a dread, me no. Ballad Joe, and not a dread, me no. Ballad Mia. All right. You want some Christian song? You want some? All right. Jesus love me, this I know. For me foot, to me toe. Jesus love me, this I know. For me foot, bantan me toe. Me say, Jesus love. Read him. Wait a minute. Jesus love me, say Jesus love me, say from me head, me say from me toe, me say Jesus love me, say Jesus love.
What in the world was that?
Exactly.
That was
exactly. He said his name was Gary. It was somebody's son. They worked with him in the kitchen first on this solo, and it didn't turn out very well. Gary was struggling. And I'm just getting prepared just in case, black folks get banned from America. And so I'm sending in my audition tape to this church. And I want to share it with y'all. And y'all let me know if you think it's good enough for me to lead at this church.
Yeah, man. We're going to do this song in A selection. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Ox Tails. Jesus loves me. This I know. For the Bible tells me so.
Yeah.
Jesus loves me. This I know. From me head down to me toe. Everything's going to be alright. Even if they try to erase DEI, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, man. Put the list in the front, yeah. Humping the camel, food on the table, planting he's able. Everything's gonna be alright. Check the airlines, the cheapest is Spirit. Pray to the Lord, I don't become a spirit. Everything's gonna be alright. Hey. Can't pay me bills, well the devil is a liar. Have to pay, it's gonna take me higher. Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, man. If you got a YN who's Jamaica, you crazy. Run for the hills and don't have his baby. Everything's gonna be alright. Jesus loves me. Yeah, man. This I know. From me head down to me toe. I still so high.
Rita, I actually like this. Rita, that's hidden. That's really hidden. Like, I can see you doing a show in Jamaica and you perform that. They would love that.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something that we can actually play, like for real. Like, I know we doing comedy, but that actually sound good. That actually sound like I can see them playing that on the mix on our Hot 105 in South Florida when Maestro do the little morning show that I always listen to. Listen, that would be great. I love that. Come on, how long did it take you to write that?
Let's see, an hour.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Man,
I'm just getting ready, Ricky.
Come on. Now, Rita, if anybody want to get this song, let everybody know how they get down. And I'm sure you're going to come out with a video. I can't wait to see the video.
Yeah. And I don't know, can you do marijuana in the church over there in Jamaica? I'm just curious.
Probably so. They said Jesus and them, they smoked in the peace pipe. The Indians, I don't know which one of the disciples was smoking. I don't know.
Well, they do say Jesus is the Most High, so there's that.
don't know what high we talking about.
I don't think it's that high.
All right, Rita, let everybody know how you can be reached.
At Rita Britt Comedy on all social media. RITABRENT Comedy on all social media. Y'all holler at me.
There it is, y'all. The one and only Rita Britt.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time for the front page. Alfreda's, what you got?
Yes, sir. It's Wednesday, March 19th. In the news today, the Trump administration is going all in on dismantling diversity initiatives. First, he axed diversity hiring at the State Department. Then, the Pentagon erased web pages honoring Black, Native, and Japanese American war heroes. Even the page for Army Major General Charles C. Rogers, that's the highest ranking Black service member to get a Medal of Honor, straight up vanished. And the URL was changed to DEI Medal of Honor. Now, the Pentagon blamed it on an automated process, but critics were like, yeah, right. After tons of complaints, though, the page has been restored. A legend is getting his final salute today. Shelton Ivan Ware, one of the Tuskegee Airmen, is being laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery, where he enlisted back in 1942, grinding for 32 years in the military and making it all the way to lieutenant colonel. He played a crucial role in the Red Ball Express. That was the all-black unit that kept Allied troops stocked up during World War II. He was 101 when he passed, but his legacy is locked in. West Texas is dealing with a full-blown measles outbreak, now at 279 cases. That is the same number the entire country had last year. And Google searches for vitamin A and measles are spiking thanks to what our new head of health and human services said. Listen to what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. told Fox.
They're getting very, very good results. They report from budesonide, which is a steroid. It's a 30-year-old steroid. And they're clarithromycin and also cod liver oil, which has high concentrations of vitamin A.
Doctors are shutting that all the way down, saying there's zero evidence that it can prevent infection. Pediatric experts say the only real protection is the measles shot. Now, doctors are also warning that if a child gets the measles, they could develop SSPE. That's a rare but deadly neurological disease 7 to 10 years down the road, and there's no cure, and it's almost always fatal. For more info on these stories, go to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, it's time for sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
I sure am, ladies and gentlemen, man. WNBA star Angel Reese and her Rose teammates just won the championship in the new professional unrivaled 3-on-3 hoop league. That's the first season. She also received a $50,000 bonus check and took a jab at the WNBA on social media saying, I'm on a rookie contract and that $50K is a little more than my WNBA contract. Let me tell y'all something. There's a risk. There's a possibility that the WNBA players will go on strike and sit out if they cannot get paid more money. They're going to be renegotiating their contracts and situation here coming up in the next year. So they're going to have to get that doggone collective bargaining agreement together. Shout out to Alabama State. Oh, another one of our fine HBCUs. The men's basketball team beat St. Francis on the last second shot. Here it is.
Magic right here. Moncrief at the horn, and it is over in Dayton. Alabama State has won its first ever NCAA tournament game.
March Madness is already acting foolishness, man. That's a good thing right there, man. They advanced to the field of 64. They will play Auburn next. Auburn is the number 1 overall seed. So let's go get it, man. And shout out to Alabama State head coach Tony Matlock. Women's March Madness officially tips off tonight. The first 4 will play Princeton versus Iowa State at 6 p.m. on Central Time. And then another HBCU, Southern U. Them Southern Jags ladies, they got UC San Diego at 8 p.m. Central Time. So let's get it. March Madness is officially tipped off. That's my sports report right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Brett got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
in this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18Z.
What up, Rickety Tat?
Hey, what up, Rock T? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Tracy Morgan's medical emergency Monday night all stemmed from some bad food that he had eaten earlier that day. Then he posted on Instagram that he projectile vomited on the Madison Square Garden floor during the Knicks versus Heat game because he was dealing with food poisoning. Now, we don't know what actually made him sick, but from the hospital bed, he said, "Thank you for all your concern. I'm doing okay now. The doctors say it was food poisoning." He also shouted out the crew at Madison Square Garden that had to clean that thing up. Ugh.
But, Brad, and Rock T, help me out. Isn't that kind of disrespectful to the teams with him vomiting on the floor?
I mean, I guess I don't think he knew it was going to happen, and it looked like it just came up.
Yeah, because if you've ever had, because I had food poisoning one time in my life, I ate some undercooked chicken, and when that comes up, like that projectile, you can't stop it. Like it'll hit you. You kind of feel something, and then it's coming out.
I'm just glad it came out of his mouth versus the other end.
Yeah, I'm glad it came out too.
And it comes out both ends.
Yes,
but
sir.
what worried me is that his nose was bleeding.
Yeah.
I never heard of your nose bleeding too while you're throwing up. So I'm glad they checked him out, and I'm glad he went right on to the doctor so they could check him out to make sure he was okay. Because somebody said he had a kidney transplant or something recently, or some type of health situation. I'm not absolutely sure. That's just what I heard.
Felt the team members should have felt kind of disrespected. Like, I don't like y'all, and I'm vomiting on you.
No, Gary, it definitely wasn't that. Nobody wants to. Yeah, nobody wants to be vomiting in front of people. You know, that's not a nice thing to do. I'm sure it was out of his control. So thank God that he's feeling better and he's not sick anymore. All right, y'all, moving on. Drake might be playing victim is what they saying, but Universal Music Group is not buying it. So according to a new legal doc, UMG clapped back at Drake's lawsuit over Not Like Us, calling it nothing more than sour grapes after Kendrick Lamar destroyed him in their rap battle. Now, in a federal court, UMG accused Drake of hypocrisy for claiming that the track was defamatory. The label pointed out that Drake himself fueled the beef, even dropping another diss record when he thought Kendrick was taking too long to respond. In other words, Drake wanted the smoke until it blew up. Now, yes, Kendrick did allude to Drake being a certified pedophile, but UMG also noted that both Kendrick and Drake dropped 9 ruthless diss tracks in their war, with Drake using UMG's platform to promote his own attacks, calling Kendrick a domestic abuser. Now, they argue that his defamation lawsuit ignores the nature of the diss tracks and the full context of the rap battle, where both artists who are signed to UMG went at each other without holding back. So the label is now asking for the judge to toss out the lawsuit entirely. What y'all think about that?
Drake needs to just calm down, honey. I mean, he just was used to being privileged.
It's pretty much over.
Yeah, man, it's a rap battle.
When you have a rap battle, you have a rap battle. He had the rap battle with Meek Mill, and he kind of won. Yeah. Meek Mill didn't.
So he was happy.
And that was it.
That's it. You keep it moving.
Yeah, you got to keep it pushing. It's like, how far you going to take this?
And I didn't know they did 9 diss tracks against each other. Yeah. It just so happened that Kendrick's last one blew up. Yeah. And he won Grammys for it, and he did it everywhere, and everybody, unfortunately, is singing that line.
And I think if Drake had just took the L and not pushed back on it so much, it would have died much sooner.
It'd have died much sooner.
But it's Rock T's cousins that's used to being privileged, and that's what it is.
Don't put me in that.
Who's Rock T's cousins?
He talking about the light skin thing.
Oh,
godly special.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, Lord.
Say, man.
I just wanted to highlight it.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that sour grapes note. For more information on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. And you can catch me on all my social media at SoSoBrat. Coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown with the White Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rick